brothers and sisters, in conclusion, there's this famous hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he rises onto the minbar and he says, Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. He had 3 steps on his minbar, alayhi salatu wassalam. And when they asked the Prophet ﷺ why he said Ameen 3 times, and he said, Jibreel alayhi salam made dua 3 times, and I said Ameen 3 times. What did he make dua for? Raghima anfu. Khaba wa khasr. May he be humiliated. What a loser. Man adraka Ramadan walam yughfar lah. A person who Ramadan comes upon and they are not forgiven. Why wouldn't they be forgiven? Why wouldn't they be forgiven? Well, if your gate never opened to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the first place, how would you be forgiven? It could be that shahna, that grudge that you're leaving there as a barrier. And the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that the next dua was against the one whose parents grow old in their presence. And they're not forgiven by their presence. They don't show them ihsan, they don't show them excellence. We live in a strange time that tells you that it's okay to harbor that type of hatred even towards the people that brought you into existence in the first place. Strange times. Yes, there are exceptions. Yes, there are abuses that cross the red lines. Yes, all of that is there. But the default, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Allah puts your parents right after Him in that obedience. You've got to remove that shahna. And if a person has built up in their hearts the ability to have a grudge with their parents, then what does that mean for every other relationship in their lives? Shahna. You've got to get it out of your heart. And the third one, the one who the Prophet ﷺ is mentioned in their presence, and they do not send salawat on the Prophet ﷺ. A person whose heart is filled with the love of the Prophet ﷺ is not going to have space for hating the other creation. The one who loves the best of all creation. The one who seeks to emulate the best of all creation, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The one who seeks to follow the sunnah of the man who forgave the people that chewed the liver of his uncle and caused his wife and children to die. You want to follow his sunnah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If you're overwhelmed with that love of him, alayhi salatu wasalam, and loving his example and striving to be like him, how could you maintain a petty grudge when you have that prophetic example? And so you wonder how Ramadan comes and goes and you're not forgiven? Resolve it now. Tomorrow is the 15th night of SHA'BAN. I challenge every single one of us. If there's any hardship, any hard feelings, bitterness between you and your brother or sister, for Allah, initiate and put it behind you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to put our faces and our cheeks on the ground only for His sake. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us like the angels who love and hate only for His sake. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who love the deeds that are beloved to Him. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who hate that which is hated to Him. Allahumma habbib ilayna al-iman wa zayyinhu fi qulubina wa karrih ilayna al-kufra wal-fusuqa wal-'isyan wa ja'alna min al-rashidin. Allahumma ameen.